Hello there and welcome back for another Dragon Ball Legends video. I'm Minimaxi and today we are going to talk about the news that we just got from Twitter about, as you can see, the newest Zenkai to be announced will be Final Form Frieza, the yellow one. Now, we kind of knew this was coming. Why? Well, because we had that. So the same way a few months at Jump Festa, a few months ago, there was a stream, a promotional stream with Toshi playing against the other producer, I think. And he was playing with the future Zenkais that we have now. It was like LF Piccolo, Super Saiyan 2 Trunks, and God Vegeta. That all got a Zenkai since that video. Then we have that video with LF Frieza, Metal Cooler, and Final Form Frieza, and all of a sudden we have Final Form Frieza getting a Zenkai now. So it is safe to assume that the other two will get a Zenkai as well. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go and have a look at what they say first, then we're gonna have a look at those three units, what they do now, and kind of speculate on what they could add to them to make it fun, hopefully. Maybe not too broken. We'll see how that goes. So, first of all, Final Form Frieza Zenkai Awakening is coming. They tell us on Twitter. Super boost his firepower by unlocking all his uniques. Draw one random card when you have 3 or less cards when facing Tag Saiyan 4. So it's only when facing Saiyan. And restore your ki by 30. Okay. So basically, imagine you're out. You're just doing a combo with any other unit than him. You bring him in at the end of the combo when you have no key, no cards, and he's got 30 key and 1 card at random. Now, if it's a green card, you drop your combo. Maybe not, because I think he has the, you know, like the mobilize. I think I haven't used him in so long, but lots of the Frieza have that. So he already has, I believe, extra damage against Saiyans. So now he's gonna get even more firepower, as they say, against Saiyans. So let's see what he does now. By the way, thanks to DBZ Space. If you don't know about this website, it's dbzlegends.dbz.space. Just check that out on the web. They have all the information. As you can see, it's beautifully made. And you have all the information that you need. And it's very practical. You can test the units, how many stars you want, how many boost panels. I mean, it's fantastic. Anyway, I'll put the link in the description. So, our Final Form Frieza, what is he doing now? So, I have him, I think, at 14 stars. Well, he's been there for so long that a lot of people have him with lots of stars. Let's have a look at him at 14 stars, 5,000. Alright, so he will have at as of right now without the Zenkai, 2.28 million health, 237 strike, 204 blast. I mean, that's honorable for considering how long he is, how old he is. He had at the time he had the old balance change. I don't know if you remember those. That was prior to Zenkai, the old basically the old way to upgrade an old unit was called the balance change, and he got that, so that's why his stats are not so bad, even though he's very old. So 237, 204, 145, 147 on both defenses. I mean, you could run him now. He's not great, but still viable. Stat-wise, kit-wise, it's something else. So let's have a look at the kit. Main ability, you're going to die. Draw the ultimate art card. It's great that he has an ultimate. And that's all he does on the main, so that's gonna change for sure. It's gonna either heal. The way they're wording that on Twitter is probably meant to be a damage dealer more than a support, because of course we have already the purple LF Frieza was actually doing that support part on the LoE team. So maybe this one will be the damage dealer, and then the red metal cooler will be more the disruptor, you know. I don't know, it kind of makes sense to me. It makes sense, it's kind of logic. I don't know if they're gonna do it that way, but anyway. So if he's the damage dealer, he's not gonna recover health on main. It's probably gonna be damage inflicted. So let's say plus 40% strike damage inflicted, maybe, and then like extra damage on the ultimate card. You know, the way like BB, Gogeta, and all have. So for like 3 counts, as soon as you activate your main ability, for 3 counts you have plus 50% to ultimate arts damage, something like that. And something like nullify endurance, that could also make sense. And that's about it. That's pretty good already. Getting key so you can use the ultimate would be great too. That's what all the newer units have, so it should have that too. So key, damage, and ultimate damage. That seems about right. He could have something else, no, like the nullify endurance. Okay, unique ability, anti-Saiyan striker, plus 40% strike damage inflicted against Saiyan, so that's ad vitam aeternum, and as from the battle start, so it's great. I don't think they're gonna bump that up. They're probably gonna do all damage, maybe. We'll see. Then you have the anti-Frieza Force restriction. So, plus 15% damage inflicted against Frieza Force. Effect not applied against character Frieza. So they can double that to 30%. And they can apply that to the whole team. Even though, again, if he's not much of a support, if he's more damage dealer, then yeah, you get 40% all damage inflicted to tag Saiyan. 30% all damage inflicted to tag Frieza Force, except Frieza, you can keep it. Then they can add, you can add what? You can add, maybe he draws already a card against Saiyan, so that's gonna be one more unique, the one that they teased us about on Twitter. So face with Saiyan is gonna draw a random card and gain 30 key. So he probably is gonna gain key with the anti-Saiyan unique as well. I would see that, gaining key on both, and of course, if you're a proper damage dealer nowadays, card draw speed. So that's what's going to be probably added in there, probably on the last unique, the Zenkai unique, card draw speed. Big time. And more damage. Special move damage, ultimate damage, all kind of damage, but that's what I see. Card draw speed, key, more damage. Like full-on damage deal. And the other 2 future Zenkai will fulfill the other roles. That makes so much sense, especially if they want to sell it, which is the whole point, never forget that, to sell. So to make you spend your crystals, so then you buy some more in the shop, then that makes sense. You will want, the point is to make you go for all 3 of them, right? Normal strike, normal blast, maybe add a little, extra damage on the strike because it's a strike base. You know, the same way that some other units, like what was the last one? I don't remember. Anyway, there's few units that do that, that have a special blast card where you gain, for example, 5% blast damage every time you use a blast, but then you could get 5% strike damage every time you use a strike for like 10 time accounts. You can combo like 3-4 cards and get an extra 40 or 50% on your last card. Special move, Death Ball. This deal major explode damage, inflicts enemy attribute, downgrade plus 15% to strike damage received for 15 accounts. So that should evolve, of course, to deal like... What's after major damage? I don't remember. But the oh well, there's the levels there. Well, you don't have the names, but... So the next level of damage, I don't know, it's not ultimate damage, supreme? I don't know. Anyway, the next level of damage, then plus 20 or 25% to strike damage inflicted or strike damage received as a malus, and then another effect, like as soon as you activate it, plus, I don't know, 20-30% to special move damage. Why not? Now the green card is the telekinesis, like most of the Friezas, immobilize, and you get a 50% damage received downgrade for the enemy. Of course, that will be upgraded. Many ways to upgrade this. Now, you could have like the area of effect to be a wide one, so it would work even if the opponent vanish. That would be a fantastic upgrade to the green card. So instead of 15% damage received, again, you can bump to 20, 25%, 30%. And another effect that could be drawing a card. Yeah, drawing. You can draw a strike card and get key to use that strike card. Why not? That could be something. No switching, so you have a chance to actually kill the unit you have in front of you that you just immobilize. That would be a great utility for a damage dealer. Why not? Ultimate skill, Death Catastrophe, deal massive explode damage, so that will be upgraded. 20% strike damage inflicted by ally, so that's the only support really skill that he has. So I only see this being upgraded, and maybe when you activate the ultimate, that you get an extra damage on the ultimate for like 3-time accounts. Well, if you get it on when you activate the main, you cannot get it when you activate the ultimate. So one or the other, but you get where I'm getting at. So yeah, that's all I see on this. Why adding more? If they add every single that I talked about, there's no reason to add more. Main ability, okay, so now it's only yellow, so I would expect that it will have the Zenkai ability will be yellow and Lineage of Evil, which would make then sense to run a yellow blue with a full power. Who's still good, it's not great, but boosted by a Zenkai ability, you could be tempted to run a yellow blue if you got Zenkai 7 Final Form Cooler, or like I do, the EX First Form Frieza, who's very good. No, the EX is blue, I'm an idiot. So if you get yellow Zenkai, it would be only the full power Frieza. Or the yellow EX shield. I wouldn't want to run that. So yeah, I think that's about it for him, for the expectation. And then of course a stat boost. Especially it will be an all attacking boost. I think that's going to be that type of Zenkai who's going to get not much defensive. It's going to be like 160, maybe 170,000, but I don't expect more than that. At 14 stars, Zenkai 7, 1400%. The most boost he's going to get is going to be attack. Maybe. We'll see how it goes, but again, the logic of how they phrase it on Twitter and the other LoE units coming up, it makes sense to me. Second up is Metal Cooler. So right now, Metal Cooler, I don't know if everybody's gonna have him 14 stars, probably not. To be realistic, well, let's look at it at 14 stars, just so we have an equal way of comparing all the units, even though I'm probably not gonna do the LF Frieza at 14 stars because nobody has him at that much. He's too recent, and that's an LF. Anyway, let's see 14 stars. 14 stars, 5,000, so 2.5 almost health, so very good health. 214 strike, 218 blast, not great. 151, 153, so better than Final Form, but again, is more recent, so it makes sense. So yeah, not great stats at all. Now, what does he do? Main ability restores ally health by 20%, so that's the support bit, but as I said, I think it'll be more disruptive than support. The support will be for LF Frieza. Restore ally health by 20%, so it's going to keep that. Maybe 25%, like more would be crazy good, that's already good. Cancel allies attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions, that's very good too. Recover 15-time accounts. I mean, you could add stuff like key to it, obviously, and damage inflicted, but that's pretty good already as it is, so maybe key, and that's it. Draw a blue card. I don't know. Damage inflicted for allies or key. That's all I see, and 25% health. Unique ability, Metal Body. The following effect occur when this character enters the battlefield. Restores own health by 5%. That could be bumped up to 10%. That's busted because it's every time he enters. Still, possible. 30% damage inflicted for 15 time accounts, 30% key recovery 15 time accounts, randomly destroys an enemy card. So that's pretty busted as it is. I don't see more than 30%, but maybe 20 or 30 time accounts, which would be amazing. And randomly destroys one enemy card. Can be bumped to 2, but that would be too good. So I don't see much on here except boosting stats there. So I don't see that moving much. 10% maybe. And 20 time accounts or 30 time accounts maximum here. Analysis complete. The following effect occur when this character is on the battlefield. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade 3+3 to strike art cost. So that's all the disruptive hit for 15 time accounts when they use a strike card. So every time the enemy uses strike card, their strike cost goes up, and the same for blast. For 15 time accounts, so which means for the whole combo. You're doing a combo with one unit, your third card or your fourth card is going to cost too much. Basically, it removes one card from your combo. That's what it does. If you're not switching, but even if you're switching, you still get the downgrade. So that's a pretty good disruptive. You know, the same way that Goku Black has the ability when you attack Goku Black, you losing ki, which is totally busted, and I still get caught by it. When I combo Goku Black, my last card, I cannot use it because I have not enough ki, and you know, you're used to calculate quickly, and when it doesn't match, you're like, oh, you're caught by surprise. That's a bit the same with him. You can get caught by surprise because your cost goes up. Actually, you get more caught by surprise because your key you kind of keep track more of than your card cost. You know, it's really hard. It's kind of small, harder to pick up. So that I could see it bumped up the time accounts, not the cost. It could be bumped up to 5, but that would be too busted. Like, imagine after 2 cards, your card cost would be 10 plus 10. That's too much. But it could be 20 time accounts. Even though you don't see a combo going for more than 15 time accounts. But I mean, with several units now, you could get 5, 6. Yeah, but it doesn't know. It doesn't do anything. So maybe don't touch that one. I don't see what you can add or subscribe like this. Plus 5 will be too busted. More time accounts will be useless. So no. Then Zenkai abilities. It could be downgrades to enemy when you're getting attacked. So every time a strike or a blaster when you use a strike or a blast heart, because this one is when the enemy is using a strike or blast. So when you use strike and blast, you do disruptive things like reducing ki or reducing ki recovery. That will be another ability that I would see. You could have a paralysis ability like the DBS Frieza. That would give a good reason to replace DBS Frieza, because frankly I have an 8-star DBS Frieza. I'm working on getting him to 9 stars. I don't see why I would replace him. He's so good. The only thing that would make me replace him, of course, it's crazy good stats like this Zenkai 7 will have. Of course, he'll have better stats if you have him at 14 stars. But if you get paralyzed as well, then yeah, I mean, you could replace the DBS Frieza, which would suck though, because it just came out less than 2 months ago. That would suck. I love this DBS Frieza, the red one. And anyway, but that the immobilize or the paralyze and crazy stats would make me seriously consider getting this one Zenkai and replacing the other one. So I don't know, the other Zenkai ability, the last one, I don't know. Anything disruptive. Again, reducing ki recovery. Now, one very good thing that you see more and more is increasing or reducing the standby count. So when you have a unit on standby, is reducing their count. I can see that clearly for that unit, or increasing the standby count of the enemy team. One or the other. I can definitely see that for this unit. Then we have Strike and Blast. Again, there could be something on it. Again, disruptive. Special move, Lock on Buster. Deal major explode damage, reduce enemy ki by 70 on hit. Again, disruptive kit. I don't know what you can add to that. It already disrupt the key. I don't know. Maybe more damage for sure. But I mean, reducing key by 70. Maybe reducing key recovery. I don't see anymore. Or maybe an AoE. So damage to the entire team. Apart, you know, except that instead of only one. Then the green card inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade 20% damage received for 20 timer counts, destroys all enemy cards on hit, and you can combo. So this is already pretty good. So more damage received, and I mean, what else do you want? I wouldn't touch it except making it the area of the of action of this card again to be much wider, so you could use it even if the opponent vanishes. That will be the only thing I would see on this that would make it even more busted, but I mean, it's great as it is. Like, it's already busted. And then main ability is got Lineage of Evil, Saga from the movies, and Zenkai ability will be probably red Lineage of Evil, definitely. I don't see busting region. Or it could be red Saga from the movies, but come on. Why? So it would bust, it would do red Gogeta. But would you run him with red Gogeta on the same team? I don't know, not sure. So that's it for him. And then, so that would be the support type of the team. You're gonna see why. So I have him at 6 stars. So let's just get his stats at 7 stars. Because I don't think many people would have him much more than that, okay? Come on. He didn't come out so long ago, and if you can Zenkai him, you won't have him much more than 7. I mean, I have still 600 Z power that I can give to anybody, so I'm probably gonna give it to him if I decide to go, you know, for the LoE team. We'll see. But I wouldn't have him more than 7. So let's see how my 7-star LF Zenkai Frieza would look like. Oh, what do it look like? Frieza Zenkai. So, health 2 million, strike 192, blast 209. Already like, what? Strike def 140, blast def 140. That's not good stats. But he gets lots of buffs. Lots of buffs. But I mean, that's not great stats. So the fact that he's gonna get a Zenkai, that's gonna make him really, really good. Because that was the biggest flaw in him, was the stats. For me, I've been running LoE since I got DBS Freezer. Well, not all the time, but I run it a lot, especially in January. And that was his biggest flaw, always. His stats. For me. At 6 stars. Now, because I mean, at 6 stars, that's my Freezer now. Look at that. Look at the defense. Anyway, so main ability, draw the ultimate art card, such beautiful fireworks, restores own ki by 50, that's great, 30% ultimate damage inflicted for 10 timer counts. Once 50 timer counts have elapsed from battle stars, require 25 timer counts, so that takes a long time to activate, and you don't get the full boost until you get to 15 timer counts, which sucks. So I would see that reduced, like plus 30% ultimate damage once 25 timer counts have elapsed. So as soon as the main ability is available, you can do your main ability and have all the buffs available right away. That would make sense to me. Apart from that, I wouldn't add anything to this. You have the key necessary to use your ultimate card, and you get an added damage to that. It's just the 50 timer count that sucks. First unique, work hard, okay. Applies the following effect to allies or your buddy from battle start until character is defeated. 25% damage inflicted cannot be cancelled, 50% to key recovery cannot be cancelled. He's got great key recovery. When this character is switched to standby, applies the following effect to self if tag, Frieza Force or Lineage of Evil other than this character is a battle member, so you only need one LoE with him. So restores on health by 10% and ki by 30, reduce damage received by 35%. So that's every time you switch to standby. Pretty great unique. Again, I don't know what you want to add to that. That's a great unique. I don't know why you want to add anything to this. I wouldn't add anything to this. I don't think they'll add anything to this. Then second one, Fearsome Emperor applies the following effect to all enemies when this character enters the battlefield. Inflicts attribute downgrade 20% damage received for 15 time accounts, and inflicts attribute downgrade plus 5 to strike and blast hard cost for 10 time accounts. You see, that's why his base stats, you add basically 20%, because the enemy will get 20% damage received every time you enter and for 15 time accounts, so usually for your whole combo. Knocks back the enemy at long range if a cover change performed against his strike art. Comboable to special art special move. That would be nice if that was extended to strike and blast, so you could combo to anything after the cover. I mean, I don't see why not. You get a Zenkai, come on, give it to him. Apart from that, I mean, the 20% damage received to all enemies for 15 time accounts already pretty good. The strike and blast downgrade, very good. The cover, just can cover to anything, and that's it. Then the other two uniques, I would see full support uniques. So I would see when you switch to standby that you add he already restores health and keys by 30, so well, it's only key to himself, so maybe key to everybody, but that will be extending this one. So maybe not on switch, maybe when he gets hit you reduce the sub count. If it's not red metal cooler that does it, it would be him messing with the sub counts. They could split that, you know, so you have one part of the disruptive on metal cooler, the other part on LF. Yeah, I would see more full support. So he could have the AoE on the super attack, so that hits all enemies even on standby. He could have that. I said that to metal cooler, but that could apply to him. Then what other support? I mean, what else can you do except giving health, giving key, and giving key recovery? I mean, again, every time you switch out, every time you get hit, every time you hit, that's the same as I said to metal cooler, but more support than disruptive. Okay, so giving your allies something every time you get hit. Then, so the special move right now, deal major speed damage, randomly draws one new card upon activation, restores on key by 15 on hit. So again, that could be an AoE, and you of course upgrade the damage. Draws one new card upon activation. Sure, why not? And restore on key by 15 on hit. Yeah, I don't see much more on this. Telekinesis, so again another one that can immobilize. So immobilize the enemy, inflict enemy with attribute downgrade, so that's the same as the other two, pretty much, or as the yellow. Shorten ally substitution count by 3. Oh, there you go. So he's got, so that can be upgraded to 5, which would be completely busted for the green card. What else could you have on this? Again, upgrading the area. One of the three could have that. That you could combo as well. No, you cannot combo. You're already immobilized like this. You don't need to combo either. But yeah, I don't see much more going on this. Damage inflicted. You have damage received already. You got key. No, you don't get key. So you could get key on this to be able and to draw a card. That's the two other things you could get on this. Key and draw a card. Apart from that, I wouldn't even touch it. And now the ultimate. Applies the following effect to self. Plus 70% ultimate damage for 3 time accounts. So that's the one I said they could add to the other two. Gain attribute upgrade 100% to damage cut for 3 time accounts. Plus 30% damage inflicted against Saiyan for 3 time accounts. Blast armor. So all of this is made so you just use it. Well, I mean, it's not on the draw. Yeah, so you get all of this automatically because all of these restrictions are not on the main when you draw the card. Yep. You have basically 10 time accounts to have this buff. But then this all activates when you use it. So you get all this right away. And then you get an extra effect. So you've got extra blast damage every time you use a blast card. What would you add on this? Key. It doesn't give key, right? Yeah, so key. That's all I would add to this. That... Oh no, because you get key on the main, right? Yeah. So you don't need key. I mean, you could recover key after. There will be a first like that. When using an ultimate card that it gives back key while using it. So I mean, you could right away use another card. Yeah, I don't see why, but why not? I mean, I wouldn't do anything to that. This got everything already. I mean, the unit is pretty recent, so I don't see why would you add. So no, I think the ability, so Lineage of Frieza Force, so it would give probably the Zenkai ability would be purple Frieza Force would be nice. That's good. Yeah, purple Frieza Force, so it just widens the units that you can give him to. That's it. Then, what was I saying? Oh, it carries a blue card already, which is freaking busted, so that's not gonna change. Hopefully, that would be a downgrade. That's not the point. But yeah, basically what I expect from him is just to get a massive stat boosts and not much on his kit, to be honest. I mean, he's already gonna get 2 extra uniques. So 2 support uniques. Maybe an AoE. That's it. You don't need to touch anything else to make him completely busted. Alright. Well, that's my view and my expectations on my thoughts on all this. If you agree, disagree, whatever your thoughts are, please leave that all in the comments. I will gladly read all this and we can talk it up, debate, and whatever. That'd be fantastic. Leave a like if you like the content. Subscribe if you haven't. I will leave you with my usual motto, which is be good, be safe, take care, and I will see you all in the next one.